Hey there, how you doing? You want to see a video I took while I was on the plane? Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Oh my gosh, look at the landing gear. I was taking this video and the girl next to me says, you know, planes are the safest way to travel. There's just nothing to crash into. And I looked at her and I said, well, that's only if you don't count the ground. She didn't like that very much. This is probably why I have a lot of trouble picking up girls. You probably don't want to take dating advice from me, ever. Anyways, a handful of you guys posted questions over the past week or so, and I am super excited to answer them. Thanks so much. Let's do it. Abel Graham asks, what is your social security number? Well, we're getting off to a great start already. This is going to be a real productive. Nero Beats asks, are you going to make more video game commentary? Yep, that's pretty much what I like to do. So if you like the videos that you've seen so far, then that's pretty much what you're going to get. Stone Mason had a few questions here. We're going to run through them. For favorite dinosaur, I'm going to go with the Apatosaurus. Favorite fish is tuna, just straight up tuna because I think it tastes great. Let's see, what's next? Are you a real bovine? No, actually, I'm a human. And as for the reason that I made the channel, I have family members in different time zones, and since it was getting hard for us to chat because of the time differences, I made this channel so that my family could watch the videos and laugh because I know they like my stupid jokes. And that's where it started pretty much. I never really expected to get any subscribers, so the fact that I have more than 0 subscribers is really a chicken's channel. And Screw It asked, where did you get technical bovine? Well, I originally thought that cool cow would be a fun name, but then I realized that many other people had that already, so I had to think of something else, and I just really used to love the Xbox Live name generator. When I first got Xbox Live like 15 years ago or something, it would give you a random adjective followed by a random noun. So you'd get these really great names like Mystic Cupcake, Cryptic Jester, Generous Piglet, you know, whatever. So I said, hey, if cool cow is already used, let's do technical bovine. Maybe that'll work. And, you know, I think it's cute. Lucas asks, why don't you make videos every day? I want more. Thanks so much, man. I totally want to make videos every day. But, you know, I got bills to pay, so I just do it as much as time allows. How about this, though? If I ever get 1 million subscribers, I'll quit my job and do this all day. Jack Wild asks, how technical of a bovine are you on a 1 to 10 scale? According to that scale, I think I'm a solid 8.5 technical bovine. I mean, I could be even more technical, but I try to hold back a little bit because I think full technical is a little bit too much. You never go full technical. Anthony Merrimont asks, seal the deal or deal the seal? I think I'm gonna go with deal the seal. Yeah. Taylor asks, how old are you? And that Ormy bloke asks, what state are you in? MrGedo asks, what do you do for a living? Guys, these are really fair questions, but I don't want to give out too many pieces of identifying information. That Ormy bloke asks, why are you so funny? Oh, you. Noah F asks, what am I going to do without you? Oh, you guys. Betty B asks, what did you eat the last day before you came back? I ate several bowls of vegetable chili and steak tacos, and to drink I had some lemonade. But I'm not a gourmet, you know? I think a lot of people out there are really picky and excited about their food. The gourmets out there look for the best places to eat, you know, top of the line, sushi, wine, filet mignon, escargots. I'm just a plain kind of a guy, and I enjoy simple stuff. I mean, as soon as I got back, the first thing I did was to drop everything and go get a burger. MrGedo has about 1 billion questions here. Let's get them done. Here we go. Do you like buying those salty preserved wieners that you can buy at gas stations? I buy them and stick them on the antennas of my friends' cars. I have never bought those, but now I think I'm gonna. Windows version. Currently I'm using Windows 8. I have not yet upgraded to Windows 10. I might do that soon. Favorite movie. I don't have a single favorite movie. There are many movies that I enjoy. How about this? My most recent favorite is Ant-Man. I thought Ant-Man was really funny, entertaining, well-paced, just an enjoyable, fun movie. If you wanted a list of favorite movies, then I'd need to make a separate video for that because I'd have to give you the favorites by genre. You just can't compare apples and oranges. Favorite superhero. I'm gonna go with Violet Parr from The Incredibles. She's basically the Invisible Girl, so her powers aren't original or anything, but she's kind of, I guess the word would be creepy, and she reminds me of this girl Tina that used to sit at my lunch table in high school. And I just had a big crush on that girl, and man, is creepy my type? Do I actually like creepy girls? That would actually explain why all my relationships were just horrible disasters. Favorite water? I mean if it's clean, then I don't. Do I enjoy the use of sinks? I'm gonna say yes. Yes, I do. What's your favorite city to visit? I've only been to Amsterdam once, but I'm gonna go ahead and say that Amsterdam is my favorite. I actually don't do drugs, so it's not my favorite just because there's weed there. But what I noticed is that next to every shop that sells weed, there's usually a donut shop and a hamburger shop side by side. And I really don't smoke weed, but I love donuts and hamburgers. So it was really fun to walk around and just eat donuts and hamburgers all day. The Anne Frank house is in Amsterdam, and I went there, and it's a very interesting place to visit if you've read The Diary of Anne Frank. It's actually a very simple, very powerful experience. It's emotional. And right after that, I went to another donut shop. Do you drink? What's your favorite craft beer? Sadly, I don't have a favorite craft beer. Sometimes I try things, but I don't have a favorite. It's because I'm in the process of trying to learn how to drink. After several years of practicing, I can actually drink a whole bottle of beer in one sitting. I've really been practicing. Once last year, I got a little bit tipsy and I had a panic attack, so I'm caught in a weird place. I can now enjoy a beer or a glass of wine, but I also really dislike the feeling of being tipsy. I just hate it. I used to go out with this one girl, Tina, and she would be like, hey, we should get drunk together, you know? How about you and I get drunk? Let's see what happens. And I was like, what? I don't have to be drunk to fool around. Are you trying to fool around? We can fool around if you want, but I don't see why. And she kept on telling me that I was killing the mood. So, you know, I'm kind of glad that relationship ended because she actually made me really uncomfortable now that I think. Is taking a bath at 2 a.m. recommended for healthy skin? I have no idea. Have you ever been skydiving? Nope, I haven't done it yet. Looks fun though. Maybe I will one day. Favorite color? Boom, right there. Favorite brand of lawnmower? I actually have only ever used John Deere lawnmowers, so I have no frame of reference when it comes to this topic. Maybe John Deere is actually a terrible brand and I'll never know because I've just never tried any other brand of lawnmower. What genre of music do you listen to? Honestly, I listen to a lot of pop. I love pop music. Taylor Swift, Katy Perry, Britney Spears. I listen to a lot of things, but I usually lean towards that pop stuff. You know, the rap that I like is more pop rap. I like the Eminem songs that sound happy. I like jazz when it's pop jazz. I like rock and metal stuff when it leans towards pop music. I generally don't listen to classical music. I also tend to avoid death metal and stuff with screaming in it because that's the kind of stuff I just tend to avoid because I get scared. Least favorite granola thing? I'm gonna say that Fiber One bars are my most and least favorite because on the one hand, they're delicious, and on the other hand, they give me consistent, voluminous flatulence for about 3 hours. Do I think that you'll pass your driver's test? Dude, I really hope that you did. I failed mine the first time. I stopped at the stop sign, counted to 5 in my head, turned the corner, and the lady said, turn it around, you failed, didn't wait long enough at the stop sign. I think she was having a really bad day or something. Ever crashed a wedding? Nope, can't say that I have. I do like that movie though. Do I enjoy hacky sack? I am terrible at hacky sack, which is why I very much enjoy watching other people hacky sack because it's super impressive to me. Is MrGedo Muslim? I don't even... Do I enjoy or hate the transparency of windows / my heart? MrGedo, you are a strange one. You are the weirdest. You win this round. You're winning. Sidmo asks, what is the highest number of consecutive sneezes that I have achieved? I am actually a multi-sneezer. I once sneezed 10 times in a row. You know what's weird when you're a multi-sneezer? It's weird when people say bless you after every single sneeze. Some people will say bless you every single time. Guys, in all seriousness, I totally understand if you want to wait until I'm actually finished with all the sneezes before saying bless you. It's okay. Really, it's really okay. Will we ever get the return of the Skyrim or Ecco the Dolphin? Yeah, funny man, there are tons of games to play, and eventually I'm going to come back to things. Eventually I'm going to play some more Skyrim and maybe think of something silly to do. Eventually I'm going to play some more Ecco the Dolphin, but I don't have a set schedule and I don't have a set order, and I know it entertains my cousins more when I switch the games up a little bit. What are your plans for the future of the channel? Bunnyman22, I have no serious plans for this channel. I like making these kinds of videos because I get to laugh at them and it's really fun to talk with you guys about games. I recognize that there are things that I can do do to make my channel bigger and more popular. Like, I could stream constantly and I could say crazy stuff. I could do crazy things. I could advertise my channel all day. I could write actual reviews for games, you know, like IGN does. But I don't want to do those things. I don't want to be super crazy like all those crazy YouTubers, because I just can't bring myself to do it. And I don't want to write formal long reviews because I don't think formal reviews matter anymore. I don't even understand how IGN and GameSpot still exist. It used to be that we needed reviews. Like 10 or 20 years ago, we needed reviews for games before we bought them so that we could have an idea about what we were buying. But with YouTube, I can look up gameplay from thousands of players and see any game for myself. I don't need a long formal review. I don't need that. No one really needs video game reviews anymore. That's why you see on Steam, you'll see all these short video game reviews, because people realize that it doesn't matter. The only game reviews that I actually enjoy and will watch over and over again are the AVGN reviews and the Egoraptor reviews, because these guys don't just review games. They analyze, they criticize, and they deconstruct, and they teach. And it's funny because they're so vulgar and juvenile and dumb while being super educational at the same time for people that have never done deep thinking about video games. Other than that, how does IGN... I don't even know what IGN stands for. I don't even... Who cares? So what I'm saying is, for this channel, you're going to keep seeing content similar to what I've already been making. Mostly just my thoughts on what I've been playing. That's pretty much it. No big plans. Shane! What is my favorite hobby outside of YouTube and games? One big hobby that I have is watching movies and TV shows while asking questions that attempt to poke holes in the story. Yep, I'm that guy. I'm that annoying guy that says, you know, Inception really makes no sense. I'm the guy that watched The Dark Knight Rises and almost walked out in the middle of the theater because the entire story made no sense. There's a point in Dark Knight Rises where Bruce has a spinal injury, and some doctor says, your spine is sticking out of your back. I'm gonna fix your back. And then he punches Bruce in the back to fix his spine, and that works. I'm not a doctor, but I just have this feeling that I'm the kind of guy that watched Jurassic World and pointed out to my friends that the guards thought that they could subdue a genetically enhanced T-Rex with a cattle prod. Do you remember those guys in Jurassic World? They had the cattle prods and they went out into the woods to look for the T-Rex. I remember that. That happened. You can't knock down a T-Rex with a 2-foot cattle prod. It's short, guys. Get a longer cattle prod at least. Anyways, I'm that guy, and I love breaking down movies and TV, and that's why all my friends hate watching movies with me. I also like to write. I write books in my spare time. I short stories, long stories. I've got a folder on my desktop filled with weird stories. So there we go. I like to watch TV and movies, and I like to write. That's what I do. Jack Collin, hey man, what's my favorite game? My favorite game at the moment is Risk of Rain. I don't know if I have a single favorite because there are just so many games that I enjoy. What are my PC specs? Here you go. I have my parts on PCPartpicker.com, and instead of reading them all here, I'm just going to put a link in the description below. You can check it out right there. Do I ever plan to do a face reveal? At this point, no. I've already gotten into a lot of trouble with social media, so I would like to remain as anonymous as possible so that this channel doesn't somehow ruin my life or my job. If this YouTube channel ever makes me more money than my full-time job, then sure, I'll turn the camera on. Mango asks, when will the 200 scopes run? Oh, crap. Dude, I totally forgot to put that footage up, didn't I? Here, I'm going to put it up right now. Here it is. Here's some footage of me playing Risk of Rain because somebody said, hey, you should play until you get 100 scopes. And I played until I got 100 scope. I don't know why I did this. Can I teach you how to edit? Editing is actually not too hard to learn if you're just doing the kind of editing that I'm doing for my channel. So it's like really basic editing. Depending on what software is available to you, it's actually not too bad. If you actually have more questions about this, drop me another comment somewhere and we're gonna have a discussion about it. Not a big deal. I'll answer any questions you got. Will I ever play a spookier game? Nope. Okay, well, I think that's all the questions for now. And before I stop, I would just really like to once again say